Megan, and we're going to do another tap video today. Today we're going to talk about some of our tap vocabulary, some of the most common tap steps that we do all the time, but we're going to make sure that everybody knows exactly how to do them, what the name of it is, what the counts are, and just go over our vocabulary. So if you're if you're any level in tap, feel free to watch this video. When we get to a certain point, we're going to dismiss the level 1 and 2 unless you want to keep watching, and then level 3 and 4 we'll start working on some just a little bit harder steps. We're not doing anything too hard today. We're just going to go over counts. I'm going to spell the words out for you so that you can actually see the vocabulary words and recognize it on a piece of paper. So let's just get started. First, very simple, a dig. A dig is just your heel going into the ground like this. Dig. Heel dig, same thing. Alright, a flap we're going to do next. A flap is a brush step. So you pick it up behind you, and you go brush, and you go step. Now, in tap, a step isn't your heel and your toe. That will be a stomp or a stamp. A step is just on your toe. You put your weight on it though. So when you do your flap, brush, step, you go brush, step, put your weight on it. Brush, step, and a flap looks like this, or the word flap. F-L-A-P. Alright, and obviously it's 2 counts. So, and 1 is how we would usually count a flap. Alright, so step is just a step on your toe. I mentioned that if you put your whole foot down, it's either a stamp or a stomp. Now there is a difference between the two of them. With a stamp, you put your whole foot down and you leave it down. So if you're like changing weight, like if I'm going from my left foot to my right foot, I would go, that's a stamp. I left it down. Now a stomp is when you go like this. Okay, so your whole foot goes down, but then it all comes back up. Stomp. There's a little trick to remembering this. A stamp, you put it down and leave it there. Just like if you were to put a stamp on an envelope, you would put it down and leave it there. Okay, so stamp and stomp. And I'll write those down for you, even though you probably already know these words. Stamp with an A, stomp with a P. Stamp, stomp. So, moving on. And that's just 1 count, obviously, so we would just count that 1 or whatever. Shuffle step. So, you guys know this usually, or I would assume you guys know a shuffle step, but just to go over everything, break it down a little bit more and make sure we're clear. And again, just to get the spelling, because I don't know about you guys, but it really helps me when I can actually see the word to remember what a step is called. So, shuffle step. We have a brush, spank, step, and we'll talk about spank in a second. But you pick it up and back. You have a brush, spank, step. And again, it's not a stamp or a stomp. It's a step on your toe. Brush, spank, step. So a spank is just like a brush forward, but it's basically just a brush back. Some people do call it brush back, but we're going to call it today spank. Okay, so it comes from the front, it goes back, spank. Let's write that down, just so we have a running list of everything we talk about. S-P-A-N-K. If you want to make flashcards, that'd be an awesome idea. Just an idea though, not a requirement. Okay, so you shuffle. You have brush, spank, step, just your toe. Brush, spank, step. Okay, your counts for your shuffle are and a 1 and a 2. And you want to make sure it's even, so you don't want to go and a 1 and a 2. If you were just clapping like this, you don't want any pauses in between your sounds, so it should go. And it should not sound like this. That make sense? Okay, so shuffle step. Did we write that down? No, we did not. Let's do that. So far, we've got a lot of S words. So just to distinguish, one from another. We're writing them all down. Shuffle. And that was a shuffle step, but I'm just going to write shuffle. Alright, moving on. We have an Irish. An Irish is a shuffle hop step. So you pick it up, you do your shuffle, front, back, you hop on that supporting foot, and you step down. Again, just your toe, not your whole foot. That would be a shuffle hop stamp if you were changing feet. But we're not, so normal shuffle, or Irish goes shuffle, hop, step, shuffle, hop, step, shuffle, hop, step, shuffle, hop, step. Okay, and your counts for the Irish, we want to step down on the even counts, or the whole counts I should say. So each count, we want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to break down our counts a little bit more. Our Irish, we count E and a 1. Okay, so when we count, I'll write this down. We kind of did this last week, but in between all of our whole counts, so that would be like 1 and 2, we have an and count. So if you just want to break it down one time, it's 1 and 2. But if we want to break it down even more than that, we add an E and we add an A. But we pronounce it So you go 1, E, and 2. Hopefully that makes sense. It goes 1, E, and 2. So we want to switch feet on all of the whole counts. So that'll be 1 and 2. So let me show you on my feet. We go 1, E, or sorry, we start on E. E and 1. E and 1. E and 2. E and switch feet. E and switch feet. Hopefully that makes sense. I wish I could ask you if that makes sense, but I can't. So if it doesn't make sense, try watching it again. And if it still doesn't, then you can send me a message or a comment or something. But that is your Irish. Shuffle, hop, step, E and 1. Okay, moving on. We're going to do a shuffle ball change. Your ball change goes toe, whole foot on the ground this time. You actually get to put your heel down on a ball change. And usually it is a stamp. I would say pretty much all the time. I can't think of a time when you would do a ball change and it would be a stomp. I'm sure you can, but normally it's a stamp. So we have a toe, stamp, ball, change. When you add it to your shuffle, your counts are and 1 and 2. So you have shuffle, ball, change. It goes and 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. And 3 and 4. And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And you'll notice how I didn't speed any part of that up. So I didn't go like this. And 1 and 2. And 3 and 4. Because that would be in keeping with a steady beat like this. Yeah? Okay. So let's just write down ball, change. We already have shuffle. So, I forgot to write Irish. Okay, I'll write Irish. And then ball, change. So if you're keeping a list, you can spell everything right. You can see it right there. Oops, there's a glare, sorry. Irish. Oh, sorry, I don't dot my I's. Is that weird? Irish. Okay, cool. Let's move on. We have maxi forward. Step, shuffle, step, toe. Okay, so let's break it down. You go step, which again, heel is up. Let me scoot back. Step, shuffle. You step on this one. Your other toe goes behind you. Okay, step, shuffle, step, toe. Step, shuffle, step, toe. Step, shuffle, step, toe. Good, so that's a maxi forward. The counts for a maxi forward go 1 and 2 and 3. So with the counts, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3. Let's go a little slower. I'm going to do it on the other side. 2, 3, few more of these just because I feel like we don't do maxi forwards that often. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll practice it a little bit more. But this is especially one, oops, I spelled it wrong. This is especially one that I want you all to see because I don't know about you guys, but I always thought it was called maxi forward. Yeah, I was wrong. Maxi Ford, like the kind of cars we drive, Ford. Okay, so again, the counts for a maxi Ford are 1 and 2 and 3. Let's do 4 on each side. Okay, so we'll start with our right. This is my left, but I think if I'm mirroring you, it'll be your right. So I'll start on this side. And we're gonna hop to this side first. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3. Keep going. 2 more. Last time. Okay, on the other foot. Ready? And 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, good. Moving on, we're gonna do a buffalo. Buffalo, I feel like is the same kind of idea. It's a step, shuffle, step, but you start like this. So you lift one leg up, it crosses over in the front. It can be flexed, it doesn't have to be pretty ballet pointed. Because we're gonna step on it. We're gonna go step, shuffle, step. And you come right back to where you started. And that's the whole move, buffalo. So you go step, shuffle, step. Step, shuffle, step. Step, shuffle, step. And you don't put your heels down. Sorry, I keep falling backwards and putting my heels down. I need to work on my balance. I'm going to do a couple on the other side. So we have our foot up. We go step, shuffle, step. Step, shuffle, step. Step, shuffle, step. Cool. Did I tell you the counts? No, I did not. For a buffalo, we counted 1 and a 2. 3 and a 4. 5 and a 6. Oh, I'm falling over. Okay, so with the counts, let's do it. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and a 2. 3 and a 4. 5 and a 6. 7 and a 8. Sorry, I put my heel down again. Okay, other side. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and a 2. 3 and a 4. 5 and a 6. 7 and a 8. Okay, so just in case you're a level 3, 4 and you're watching this, let's do it just a little bit faster. Level 1s and 2s, you can totally try this too. Ready? Let's do 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. Go 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. 5 and a 6, 7 and a 8. Other side, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. 5 and a 6, 7 and a 8. Alright, good. Let me write this down for you. Buffalo. I just forgot how to spell buffalo. 2 F's. I'm actually good at spelling, I promise. Buffalo. Alright, again. 1 and a 2. So there is a little, oh, I should mention, okay. So with a buffalo, there is a little bit of a pause. It's not quite as even, because we skipped the E. The counts for a buffalo are just 1 and a 2. So there's just like, I'm gonna write here, pause. There's like a baby pause in between the step and the first part of the shuffle. Let's just go over that one more time. And hopefully it'll make sense to you. So I don't go really fast into it like this. I go 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. Yeah? Hopefully that makes sense. And there's a pause in between each one as well. There's a whole count in there. So we end on 2, and we don't step down again until 3. There's no E and a, it's just 3. Okay, hopefully I'm not blowing your mind too much. Let's keep going. We're gonna do a cramp roll. A toe, toe, heel, heel, or a step, step, heel, heel. And the counts for a cramp roll are 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. So let's start on the right foot. you go step, step, heel, heel. 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. Keep going with your counts. We have 3 and a 4. 5 and a 6. Sorry, I forgot to say it's right, left, left. Yeah. There are different kinds of cramp rolls where you do like right, left, right. I think that's called around the world. Some people call it different things, but that's not the kind we're going to do. Just a simple, regular old cramp roll. Step, step, heel, heel. Right, left, left. Start with the left foot first this time. 1 and a 2. 3 and a 4. 5 and a 6. 7 and a 8. Okay, if you're my level 3s and 4s and you want to try it faster, here's what you got to do. Make sure you keep it even. Okay, you don't want to go like this. No weird pauses, okay? It goes. Yeah, let's try it on the other side too. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, my first 2 were kind of weird, sorry. Cramp roll. Let me write that one down. Hopefully I don't run out of room on here. Cramp roll. And hopefully you can understand my handwriting. Right there. Alright. Let's keep on going. This is fun. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about is a scuff. Look on my thing. Okay, scuff. Scuff is your heel hitting the floor, and it's kind of like a brush forward, but instead of hitting your heel, or instead of hitting your toe, you're going to hit your heel. Okay, so it goes like this. Scuff. It kind of, I don't know, it's like one of those things where the sound kind of sounds like the word. Like when I hear this, I just think it sounds like scuff. So maybe this one will be easier for you to remember, but just a brush forward on your heel. So we have brush, well, that was my toe, and we have scuff with my heel. And we have spank backwards with the toe. Okay, let me write it down. I feel like I don't really need to go over that one too much, maybe. Scuff. Spelled like that. Brush forward on the heel, and it's only one sound, so it only gets one count. Alright, spank we already talked about. Alexander we're going to do next. Okay, so an Alexander, sometimes it's called a Broadway. There's another name for it too that I can't remember, but it is a flap, heel, heel, spank, heel, toe, heel. Let me say that again. Flap, heel, heel, spank, heel, toe, heel. Okay, sounds like a lot of words, but I promise the more you say it and the more you do it, it just kind of rolls off your tongue eventually. So, we'll do it again. Flap, heel, heel. Here, we'll do a little repeat after me like we did last week. So I'll say part of it, and then you'll say it. Ready? Flap, heel, heel. Flap, heel, heel. Flap, heel, heel. Flap, heel, heel. Good. The second part is spank, heel, toe, heel. You say it. Spank, heel, toe, heel. I'll say it again. Spank, heel, toe, heel. Spank, heel, toe, heel. Okay, let's try to say the whole thing together. Flap, heel, heel, spank, heel, toe, heel. Flap, heel, heel, spank, heel, toe, heel. Let's put the movements together with it, and it'll probably make a little bit more sense. So, I feel like I need to... Okay, I'm not going to risk scooting you back because I have the whole tower here. So, we have a flap. I gotta do it this way, I think. Okay, so you go right, flap. Your heels go left, right. You're gonna lift this toe up, left toe. That's when your spank comes in. Your brush backwards on your toe. Then the last part is heel, toe, heel. Heel, toe, heel. Good. On the other side, it goes flap. This heel first. Lift that toe up. Spank, heel, toe, heel. Again, flap. heel, heel. Lift the toe up, spank, heel, toe, heel. Full lap, heel, heel. Lift it up, spank, heel, toe, heel. Keep going. I'm falling over, sorry. Okay, Alexander. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So it's whole counts with an and. So not whole counts, half counts. Full lap, heel, heel, spank, heel, toe, heel. The more you say it, it's honestly kind of fun. The move is kind of fun too, especially once you get it down pretty good. You can go faster. Challenge yourself to do that. If you have to watch this part a couple times, try and get it faster. Do it. It's fun. Okay, did I write this one down yet? No. Alexander. Also called Broadway. Alexander, just like the name. Okay. Now, it's been about 20 minutes of giving you lots of things to think about. My levels 1s and 2s. If you guys want to go ahead and just practice all this stuff, maybe write it down, maybe watch this whole thing again or practice your counting from last week, go right ahead. If you want to keep watching this, go right ahead. That'd be cool too. Okay, but my level 3s and 4s, we're going to get just a little bit harder or maybe just more complicated now. So let's keep going. We're going to talk about rolling shuffles a little bit. So your shuffle we know is a brush spank. We're going to do rolling shuffles. So these are shuffles to the side, only on your toes, alternating your feet. Okay, what I want to talk about mainly here is that your counts have got to be, what am I trying to say? No weird pauses. You don't sound like a horse. This is what I mean. Hopefully you hear the difference between those. I'll do 2 bad and 2 good right in a row so you can hear. These are the bad ones. Here's the good ones. Do you notice how there's no weird pauses in the second time I did it? Let's try that again. I want you to try it as fast or as slow as you need to, but I want you to keep a constant beat, right? Like this. Do it with me. Not like this. Or anything else weird. Ba, 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 ba. You can go as slow as you need to. You can go as fast as you need to, as long as they're even. It's and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Yeah, okay. Practice those. I'm going to write it down. Well, do I have to write it down? I'm going to do it just because it's going to bother me if I don't do it. Rolling shuffles. I'm not going to write shuffles again. Rolling. Oh, sorry. It looks really weird in the camera. That's why I keep noticing it. All right. We're going to move on to rolling shuffles with toes, and then rolling shuffles with heels, and then maybe rolling shuffles with toes and heels. Okay, so toes first. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Heels first. Okay, so we have add your heel. Shuffle, step, heel. Practice makes perfect. Now is where you can speed up if you need to. Okay, let's move on. Rolling shuffles with toes. Shuffle, toe dig, step. Shuffle, toe dig, step. Shuffle, toe, step. probably gonna miss some tap sounds in here, so don't judge me. But let's go a little faster. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I missed too many already. Obviously, I need to practice this. But for your sake, let's go on to shuffle, rolling shuffles with toes and heels. Okay, so we have shuffle, toe, step, heel. Shuffle, toe, step, heel. Keep going. Those were not very good, I'm sorry. Go as fast or as slow as you need to. Let's move on though. Rolling shuffles are done. We're gonna move on to something called the blur. I don't know if you guys have done this before or not, but it goes step, shuffle, step, scuff, dig, toe. Okay, so we have step, shuffle, step, scuff, heel, toe. Again. Ready? And step, shuffle, step, scuff, heel, toe. One more time on this side. And step, shuffle, step, scuff, heel, toe. Other foot. Ready? And step, shuffle, step, scuff, heel, toe. Again. And step, shuffle, step, scuff, heel, toe. One more time. Step, shuffle, step, scuff, heel, toe. Okay, so faster, honestly, these are way more fun, and I feel like they look much cooler. Yeah. The counts are 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Again. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Other side. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Again. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Yeah. Cool. Those are fun. I like those. I'm gonna write it down for you. Alright. Moving on. We have a riffle. This is fun. So a riffle is kind of like a shuffle. Kind of. So you're going to touch, you're going to dig, and you're going to spank. So your touch and your dig are like a little bit in front of your foot. Or I guess like around your toe. We're going to do just a little bit right here. Not way out here, not behind you, not totally parallel, although you could do it like that. But just like a little bit in front. Okay, so you have a touch, a dig, and a spank. Touch, dig, spank, touch, dig, spank. And you want to really loosen up your foot. Go ahead, shake it out. Don't put any muscles in your ankle, and you just kind of let it go. You go. You don't have to do it that fast if you can't get it quite that fast yet, but touch, dig, toe. Touch, dig, toe. Try it on the other side. And touch, dig, toe. Ooh, I haven't shook out this ankle yet, and it feels different. Shake it out. All right. Is a riffle. I'm going to write it down. The counts are and a 1, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, etc. R-I-F-L-E. Got my eye. Riffle right there. Okay. Oh, wait. That says rifle. Let me just add another F in there. 2 F's. Sorry. I really am good at spelling, I promise. Let's move on. We're going to do scuffle. Almost the same kind of thing. Actually, we probably should have done this one first, but scuffle is just a little bit easier because you just have the dig, and the spank. Dig, spank, dig, spank, scuffle. Yeah. On the other side. Heel, spank, heel, spank. Yes, scuffle. The counts are and 1. So we have riffle and a 1, and we have scuffle and 1. 3 counts versus 2 counts. Scuffle. Okay, did I write this down wrong? I honestly don't know if there's 2 F's or 1 F in this one, but we're gonna put 2. Scuffle. As long as you kind of can recognize the word, I don't think it's really gonna affect anything. Scuffle and shuffle. Last one we're gonna talk about is stomple. I'm just gonna go ahead and write that down at the same time. Stomple, right there. Okay, stomple, you can probably guess it's a stomp and then a spank. Okay, so we stomp, and it comes, well, the whole foot doesn't come back up, just the toe comes up, but I guess it's still considered a stomp. So, toe comes up, spank. So in slow motion it goes. Try it on the other side. Ready, and. Also 2 sounds, so the counts are also and 1. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, so quick review, and then we're going to do a little thing where we put all of these little oohs together. Shuffle, riffle, scuffle, and stomple. Quick review, riffle, 3 sounds. Toe, heel, toe, or touch, dig, spank. Scuffle, dig, spank. Stomple, stomp, spank. And then we have shuffle, which you guys probably already know. Brush, spank. Okay, so we're going to put them all together in this little combo that I'm going to give you, and you can practice it and work on it because it's so fun, I promise. So you're going to start on your, well, right foot up, I should say. And you go heel, shuffle. You go heel, scuffle. Heel, riffle. Heel, stomple. Heel, shuffle. Heel, scuffle. Heel, riffle. Heel, stomple. Shuffle, scuffle, riffle, stomple. Shuffle, scuffle, riffle, stomple. Okay, so you do that whole thing through 3 times, which I think we just did. And then the little in-between step to get to the other side is heel, stomple, heel, stomple, heel, stomple, heel, stamp. Other side. Okay, so let's go through it on the other side slower. We go. Heel, shuffle, heel, scuffle, heel, riffle, heel, stomple. Again, heel, shuffle, heel, scuffle, riffle, stomple. Again, shuffle, scuffle, riffle, stomple. In between goes stomp, 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 stamp. Okay. You can watch that part as many times as you need to until you get it down. I'm just going to do it now at a slow-ish pace, and then we'll do it a little faster for a challenge. Ready? And. like I said, you can rewind and watch that part as many times as you want to, or even if it takes you a week to be able to do it fast, you should try it because it's fun. We're gonna do it faster. Ready? Hold on, let me see how fast I wanna do it. Okay, ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. I promised. It was fun. Okay, I wrote all these down. Cool. We're going to just do a quick talk about wings and pullbacks, and then we're going to be done. Awesome. So, I don't think I need to write these down, do I? Wings is just like wings, like angel wings. Pullbacks, pull, back. So, a wing. You jump. You brush out with both feet. You brush in with both feet. And you land. Okay, sounds easy, it's actually really hard. So, in order to warm up your feet for your wings, you're gonna wanna just do that like 16 times on each foot. So, you wanna think about digging into the floor because it is a jump and you do wanna have time during your wing, but if you jump up too high, you're not gonna get your feet back down to hit the floor 2 times before you land. Okay, so you wanna actually think about going down rather than going up. So, I'm gonna think about really digging into the floor. I don't know how it's gonna go on this garage floor, but we'll see. Instead of jumping. So in my preps, I go like this. Yeah, if you need to watch that in slow motion, that'd be an awesome idea. But that's as good as I can do it without actual slow motion. Oh, I got stuck. Do it on the other foot too. Yeah, so I'm really stomping, especially in my prep and in my landing. I'm really digging into the ground. Okay, so once you've warmed up your feet a little bit, try double wing. Do them both at the same time. You want to start on your toes. And land on your toes. I fell back to my heels. Let me try it again. Okay, let me do it from different angles so you can see. Yeah. Okay, so again, warm up those feet. Think about digging into the floor rather than jumping up. Pullbacks, same kind of deal. Now, if you're just starting pullbacks, start like this. Lift your toes up. You try to slap both of your toes at the same time and land. So it looks like this. Let me try to do it in slow motion. Let me use my garage to help me. Okay, so I lifted my toes, I spank both toes back, and then land on both toes. One more time. Okay, if you're a little bit more advanced and that's no problem for you, start on your toes and land on your toes. I'm going to jump first. Then my toes have to swing forward just a little bit so that they have somewhere to go. And then I'm going to land. Again. Yes. Now really you shouldn't even have to move back that much. Once you get even more advanced, you can do this. Okay, so I'm going to start in the same spot. Hopefully you guys can see if I'm actually doing it on the video. So my legs swing forward, they brush, and I land right where I started. Okay, so those are pullbacks. Wings and pullbacks. Same kind of idea, just a little bit different. One of them you're going out to the side, and one of them you're going straight front and back. And okay, I think that's all that I wanted to talk about today. I feel like this was productive. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you've got a nice visual of some of your tap steps now. If you make flashcards, I want to see them. Okay, but until next time, keep practicing. Keep doing that fun combo, the heel shuffle one. And yeah, I'll see you next time.